Now. Okay. Let's check YouTube. Are we live? Yep, we're live. Okay.
Jeez, you only have 7 followers. I'm thinking, yeah, me and Ron.
I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not even gonna unlist this one. Like I'll leave this one up. But
nice.
what's it called? So, welcome people. If you're watching, doesn't look like anyone's watching right now. Let me grab this video URL.
Oh, someone already posted.
Okay, so someone's watching. I don't know. I just can't see anyone watching. Give me a second. Let me paste the thing in another tab. Y'all might hear yourselves for a second, but we just gotta make sure I'm actually live.
Yep.
Oh god.
Skippy.
Oh, because my computer's free. Look okay? I'm not even gonna check. Like, I can't be bothered. But, what's it called? 10 people are watching. Okay, good. Tonight, we are going to be Slavo Zizek and so on. We are going to read bullshit dialectics. Essentially, what we're doing is we're going to a website called dialectics.org. And I downloaded this PDF, and it's literally nonsense. And so this nonsense, we're gonna try to read it as Zizek to try to make it seem less nonsense, but it is complete nonsense. People who are with me have already read the preface here. People who are like with me in Discord can right now just like say hi.
Hello, I exist.
Hello.
But they're gonna be hopefully they're gonna be looking for choice passages while I read out some passages.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start here with We're gonna start here with the background bit here. Gotta get sniffing. Gotta get in the mood.
Oh wait, I don't have the link. Can you send it again?
Hold on. The link to the dialectics.
Yeah, what we're reading right now. I just
Yeah.
don't have the link.
It's in the speakeasy, isn't it?
It's in speakeasy.
Oh, wait, no, it is. Sorry, yeah. No, wait, yeah.
Yeah, unless
It's the one before we started spamming in pictures of Zizek's face.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that one.
yes.
Sure. The Encyclopedia Dialectica, ED, dialectical theory of everything, or theory of the universe, or maximal totality, and so on. And the ED, sub-theories of the universe, sub-universes, and all suffused with a pervasive principle of irrepeatability. This principle may be formulated as follows. Absolute, exact repetition of events, actions, or absolutely circular cyclicality, and so on, is impossible, because any second repetition must occur in an environment already altered by, already partly in the result of, first petition, and so on. And so the consequences of the second petition must, in part, be different from the consequences of the first petition. Okay, people ask me to just all up. Turn it all up. Okay, y'all are gonna be turned up a few days. How does Hey chat, how do you like my Zizek? But let's keep going. This principle holds that there exists for this universe an ineluctably cumulative aspect to all physical existence, action, process, entities, events, eventities. Who the fuck made up the term eventities? Entities, events, eventities cannot be purely circular or cyclical, but must always exhibit some measurable degree of spirality or helicity, and so on.
Helicity?
I don't fucking know what that means. Definition of this eventity concept applied herein is available by clicking on the link for that word on the www.dialectics.org's website glossary page.
Do they just link to themselves?
Yeah.
Come check us out, please.
At the www.dialectics.
We do need a dialectical generator.
Okay.
This is true. This is mega true.
This principle of irrepeatability stated above by way of the negatory or denialatory term irrepeatability can also be restated via a pository or affirmatory term. Distinct eventities as such, and so on, may be similar to one another, but they cannot be identical to one another, and so on. Is my stream still up, by the way? Oh, okay. Never mind, I misread the chat.
It's up.
Yes, it's still.
It's up.
Okay.
It's up. Yeah. It's up.
This ship hasn't sunk quite yet.
Okay. This principle of similarity means that any two eventities in the universe, i.e., if they are really two and not really just one, logically cannot be one in the sense of being identical, entirely the same, since at absolute minimum they are different by virtue of occurring in at different positions in of space-time, and so on.
Whoever wrote this.
This principle is thus one which affirms similarity, but it denies identicality, as a relation which can prevail between different monads or units of the same arrhythmos.
Identical. Fucking what?
This is garbage words.
It affirms similarity, but okay.
As a relation which can prevail between different monads or units of the same arrhythmos. This principle is also one which denies the entire principle of identicality, which is implicit and endemic in much that part of today's scientific reasoning, which is vitiated by the modern ideology. I had to do the big sniff on ideology.
Yes.
Good sniff placement. Good sniff placement.
This principle of similarity applies even to the supposed quanta or quantum principles of linear Schrödinger equation quantum mechanics, e.g., any two monads of the cosmological photons, arrhythmos, any two monads of the cosmological electrons, arrhythmos, although each pair, respectively, is universally in a mutual relation of similarity, can never be universally in a mutual relation of identicality, can never be entirely the same and indistinguishable to be two different, distinct particles. Why are all these in quotes?
Wait, you know how Click Hole has Patriot Hole and Resistance Hole?
Yeah, we should have dialectic hole.
Is this Dialectic Hole?
That's what I think it is.
Dialectic Hole?
Oh, I'm forgetting the etc. etc. Seen in a larger, more general context of the universal principle of irrepeatability, principle of non-identicality, principle of similarity, and so on, is a species of the universal principle of metaphracticality. I'm being asked for more sniffing. Seen in a larger, more general context, the universal principle of irrepeatable. I just read that. Fuck. I get lost in this thing.
Why do they color code everything?
It gives the impression. Fucking the voice is fucking me up.
The usual mathematical concept of a fractal envisions a static, synchronic, spatial, etc. hyper-idealized self-similarity structure with an actually infinite regress of ever-diminishing size scales, e.g. of length scales, area scales, volume scales, etc., and so on. The ED concept of metafractality encompasses also realistic, actually observed, actually constructible, including metafinite similarity regresses. These include synchronic slice similarity regresses with qualitative scaling in terms of qualitative determinantness. Qualifractals, as well as with quantitative scaling, thus taken as a whole with unity, with quantitative scaling, etc., and so on.
Quantitative scaling.
Daniel the something in chat. This is literally just for fun. This is no point in the world.
Yeah. This is just solely.
Around.
They also include species of a diachronic, chronological, longitudinal, etc., metafractals, in which the temporal acceleration is an aspect of qualo-quantofractal diachronic scaling, and as well as synchronic, diachronic, and diachronico-synchronic, and so on, subspecies of the species of qualo-quantofractals, and so on, for which the scaling moment of genus of metafractality is released, at least in regard to quantitative 3D spatial size. Here we get to the bullshit equations.
Oh wait. Oh, the equations. The equations.
The absolute value
Wait,
of V
but what's that?
equals the absolute value of L plus 3 equals centimeters plus 3 equals.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
No, you see, guys, that's what happens when you take a hammer to your calculator right there.
No, it's what happens when you say, how can I make myself... I want to convince my calculus teacher I'm very smart. So
But I don't do math.
I know math very well.
Dimensional unit, for example, an adult human person is self-similar rather than self-identical through time, not exhibiting much size scaling post-adulthood, post-maternity, post-majority, etc., and so on. The ontological categorical progressions generated by ED dyadic Seldon function dialectical metamodels of physio-ontodynamics and so on generally both instantiate and model diachronico-synchronic temporal acceleration exhibiting metafinite metafractals in the form of qualo-quantofractals and so on.
That makes the most sense about anything here.
No, fractals.
So
This is like...
How is this dialectical?
Because
For some bullshit.
It has very complicated words I pull out of my facial...
Exactly. The more complicated the words, the more dialectical.
Methical synchro area reality.
Have you seen these math equations? Just how dialectical they are.
It gets worse.
Just imagine what Hegel would say. What would Hegel say?
He would say, "What the fuck is this?"
Hegel would say, "What the fuck is this garbage?"
What would Hegel do?
What would Hegel do?
Gotta check the quality of the stream. Okay, it's still good. Okay. Get back into character.
Pure ideology.
The pure ideology. The metafinite character of all these metafractal species, meaning that they may encompass qualitative ontological change or expansion between their pairs of scales, but that their scale regressions remain finite in scales count, is in alignment with Edie's principle of metafinity, which asserts that infinity is non-actual, i.e., that infinities are empirically unmanifest in this universe, and so on. God, there's so much to keep track of when doing Zizek.
How many ideas can you? How many how it's gonna be like it's gonna be one of like those sort of crosses. It's like how many levels of dialectic on you're on.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's gonna have photos.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
maybe 5 or 6, my dude. And it's like you're like a little.
Bust out this PDF.
Idealist.
No, the guy saying like maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dude.
My dude.
Okay, let's keep going. The generic principle of irrepeatability has specific corollary, the principle of historical irreversibility. That is, not only is it impossible to exactly repeat eventities. Yeah, the word eventities is so fucking terrible. Eventities in the forward sense of time relative to
so
past.
here's-
Were you saying something?
What?
No, I'm sorry. I thought like just if you keep saying that word eventity.
It sounds like like eventities.
Even titties.
Eventity. So,
Should I say it like even titties?
even titties. Even titties.
The titties are very even here. They're not very uneven.
Zizek likes him some even. Zizek likes him some even titties.
Mecha Pilot, this isn't Mecha Pilot. I'd like to clarify. This is not Zizek. This is bullshit dialectics that we're reading in Zizek's voice. This is not Zizek. This is.
This is Zizek's
Don't
character.
have to word it himself.
Have you ever seen Zizek's wife though?
No.
No, I haven't.
I
Hold
saw
on,
a
wait.
video on his son and it was amazing.
No, he
You
talks
should
about his
like search it up.
his capitalist son or something.
Yeah,
No, but look,
exactly.
this is Zizek at his wedding. This is Zizek at his wedding.
Hold on. I gotta pull that up.
Of course, he looks fucking miserable.
Oh my god. He looks so fucking sad.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I think I'm lagging.
Amazing.
But I think it's like his wife just somehow just I get an aura off her that she's sadder than Zizek is.
She looks like I'm sorry, but it looks like she's like a plastic mannequin. Like I don't know, she just doesn't look real. Like looks like she's
Yeah,
like,
that exactly.
She's an entity in and of herself.
Yes.
no,
He's got some
no,
even
apparently-
titties.
But I read she's actually like the daughter of some like Lacanian philosopher or something.
Oh.
To exactly repeat eventities in the forward sense of time relative to past occurring eventities, but likewise it is impossible to run time in reverse to exactly repeat past eventities in reverse chronological order. God. I hurt my
Basically,
tongue
means
doing
that
that.
there's no like rewind button on existence.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You could have said that in like one 5-word sentence.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
We can't go back in time.
Just look at the fifth page. It's just a clusterfuck of like different fonts and colors.
Okay, let's go to the 5th page.
Sounds smart.
Are you on the
Like,
fifth
you
page?
need to have it.
I'm scrolling down now.
Oh god.
You need to de-Laymanify it so much to the point.
Okay, I can't read this on stream. My dyslexia will not allow this.
Should we move on? Should we move on to a different one?
Yeah, do you want to link a different one?
Look at a different one.
What about the one that we were just doing about the fucking dialectical analysis of TV trivia?
We kind of finished that already, though.
We did that one already, so it's not funny for us, but it might be funny for them.
Yeah.
I like the one where we just went through the dialectics of like every Star Trek series.
That was
Don't
like
show that.
the second half of that PDF.
No, that whatever.
I'm going blind looking at these people.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up. Let's look at the TV series one because it is really bullshit.
This is very. You're in for a treat, lads in chat.
It's so bad.
Chat pals, you're in for a treat.
It's so bad.
Even titties. I'm just looking at the chat.
Comic sense.
Even titties.
Even titties. God.
This should truly be written in papyrus or
Good.
papyrus font.
Papyrus font. Oh God. I remember back in 7th grade, I did an entire report in papyrus font.
Oh god.
You are a
What
sad
grade did you get on it?
I think I did pretty well actually. No, but I just remember just using papyrus font for the whole thing.
Oh my god, why'd you do that?
Was it about eventities?
Okay, do y'all want to find some like bullshit like self-help books that you can link me to that I can try to do my Jordan Peterson voice in?
Oh God. Oh man.
Clean your room.
Okay, guys, we need a.
I'm
We
just
need to like, get back on track.
I'm just deeply saddened when I see this picture of Slavoj Žižek.
When I look into the eyes of this man, he's so depressed.
Clearly hasn't cleaned his room.
He doesn't clean his room.
Happiness.
All this
It's so
soy.
the feminist SJW identity politics.
The neo-Marxists are hurting. The neo-Marxists are hurting young men who are trying their best.
Young gamers.
Young gamers. Gamers are the most persecuted minority.
The postmodernists like Chad and Veronica are just
The postmodernist Chad, he's
the postmodernist Chad and the Marxist Veronica have completely oppressed the entirety of gamers, and it's really sad. It's really sad.
Video games.
Well, you know. I can't help but you know what? Now I'm just feeling the need to just like read a bunch of emo lyrics in Jordan Peterson's voice.
okay. If you want to find some for me while I do this one and check.
Kermit, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's read this one on the TV series because it's bullshit.
What?
The dialectical model presented in this vignette is an ultra-simple example of such models. It is literally a trivial example, and so on. A dialectical model of the systematics of television programming trivia. But that is precisely the whole point of this example. To dialectically model something so simple and so well known that it is the core of dialectical modeling method will thereby become transparent to the reader. No domain expertise.
Someone just suggested you should post this on our bad philosophy. It's a very good suggestion.
If you really want to.
Yeah.
You really want it.
I don't know, but you can do it. I don't know how much longer this is gonna. Because it is like almost 1 a.m. It is 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
1 a.m., but it's like.
Oh, it is 1 a.m.
I have to get up at 8 a.m.
It's like 11 for me.
Yeah, so.
We should find a self-help like Jordan Peterson. And just,
I think I actually have 12 rules for life.
We should make like a dialectics of self-help.
Wait, you know
12 a.m. every morning. And go and just sleep.
Do you want to read like "Lean In" Jordan Peterson's voice?
If you link me, I'll try to do it.
Never mind. Like one of the.
You know what we should read? The Communist Manifesto in Peterson's voice.
art, like the
What
ideology,
famous
like all the ideas presented.
what famous
actually-
other famous like communist literature should we have Jordan Peterson read?
Let's see.
Wait, hold on. Society of the Spectacle. Society of the Spectacle.
Oh God. Okay, let me download Society of Spectacle right now.
We have Jordan Peterson reading Society of the Spectacle.
I could.
I mean, Jordan Peterson is hilarious. So
Makes design look new.
this
A
man
new-
clearly
a
had
new
to clean his
thumbnail.
room.
Reading to his room. That's why he's had such bad philosophy.
I think you should read this. I think you should read this in Jordan Peterson's voice.
Lobster Tales? Okay, I will.
Read the recipe for lobster tails.
If I can download it as a PDF, I'll show it, but if I can't, I'm not showing my Chrome tabs.
Oh, never mind then.
No. I'm gonna let me see.
Joe, the FBI will never see you.
Actually, wait. This isn't even a recipe.
Oh, it's not?
Hold on, I'm
Let-
going to upload a very grand photo of this, and you're going to like. Hold on, lads. Sonia, you want some new thumbnail material? Because I got it.
Ah, here we go. We got the manifesto.
Yeah, I posted in the chat.
Okay, I'll do the manifesto. I'll do the manifesto of the Society of the Spectacle. Which one should I do? Society of the Spectacle, the manifesto.
Which one's shorter?
Manifesto is much shorter.
What would be more funny?
What?
Which one?
Well, I mean, Society of the Spectacle,
Manifesto, because it's
but
Jordan Peterson.
but Society of the
Yeah.
Spectacle is like divided up into like different sections, so like you could just pick one to read.
Yeah, well, let's do Society of the Spectacle because Jordan Peterson will never understand Society of the Spectacle, and that'll be funny. I'll have Jordan Peterson do live crit commentary.
Yeah, we're gonna change the thumbnail. Can you only change the thumbnail to just basically this? I posted it in the
Give me a
voice.
second.
Can you deep
And it
deep
is-
fry this with like red lasers coming out of it?
Oh God, I'm lagging.
Yeah, chat. We're gonna create a new. We're just gonna. We can't decide on what we're
I think.
gonna do.
We don't know who we are at this point.
Actually, I think I gotta wrap it up. I should really go to bed.
We're lost in the mythical physical reality of even titties.
Of dialectical even titties.
Dialectical even titties.
The dialectical reasons utilities will lead to sadism.
So someone needs to write an essay about the dialectical analysis of even titties.
Oh my god.
I still want my dialectical analysis of War Corp 666.
I will write that up one day, so we can do that.
Yes.
But I think it is time for me to retire for the night. So I will wrap up the stream, and so on. Thank you all for coming out. We will do this again another time. But
Probably like.
That's not true.
I will do this again another time.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
thank you
virtual
for
reality.
tuning in to this pure ideological stream. I will leave this up if you really want, but thank you.
There's nothing here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye.
Bye.